What up, cucks? It's your boy the Hater up in this piece, and I wanted to do a little quick follow-up video, right? And this follow-up video has to do with, yet again, the WrestleMania card, and more importantly, the WrestleMania main event, right? In this modern day, where up is down, and down is up, and right is left, and left is right, anything's possible, right? Anybody can be a WrestleMania main eventer now, right? You have people, I refuse to accept it personally, but you have people like the Usos and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens who could very well be on the pre-show 3 years before that, main eventing, quote-unquote, WrestleMania. Now, I know to Jey Uso this is the highlight of his career, and I don't want to take away from that, but it ain't real, right? That's literally a mid-card match. Now, I understand it's not exactly, it's like an upper mid-card match, right? Because, you know, the truth is that it doesn't exactly pan out in a one-to-one comparison, right? So, like, the second match on the card of night 2 is not as important as the main event of night 1, obviously, right? So there is some sort of parity there, but the truth is there's only one WrestleMania main event, right? And I think this current WrestleMania really proves it, you know? Everything that we're seeing build up just feels like another Raw match, right? Like, we could have Seth Rollins versus, what's it called, Cody Rhodes, but let's be real. That was in several pay-per-views, and it main evented one of them, and in my opinion, it shouldn't have. And it only did because it was the only Hell in a Cell match, right? It's like any pay-per-view that Roman is going to be involved in, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins is not going to be the main event, right? It's just not going to happen, right? Now, let's compartmentalize Roman Reigns over there, who's now eats at his own table, if you will, right? No pun intended. And let's take The Rock. In any pay-per-view, right, that has ever existed, if one of the matches is Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, and the other one involves The Rock, the other one is going to go on after Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. It could be The Rock versus Eric Rowan in like a 10-second match, right? It doesn't matter, right? The Rock and Roman Reigns are built different, right? And this is what this video is about, right? As I said in the previous video, if you really consider what's actually happening here, the truth is that if you show someone a picture of The Rock and you show someone a picture of Cody Rhodes, right? Everyone's going to say The Rock's better, right? If they don't know, if this is before they even know who these people are, let alone if they knew how charismatic The Rock is and how cringy Cody Rhodes is. But before they really be like, okay, one of them is like a real man, the other one is like a teenager. But that's the problem, and that's the point of this video, cucks. Cody Rhodes is not a teenager. And this is the issue, right? The entire point of Cody Rhodes' forced push is that Cody Rhodes, for some reason, deserves it, right? I've talked about this before, but I haven't made this point, and this is a very important point. And that is, Cody Rhodes is, I believe, 38, 39. I think The Rock is 50. Then let's just kind of, is it Cody Rhodes? We'll just do that. Cody Rhodes is 38. Okay, so he's not 39. And The Rock is, how old is The Rock here? I'm Googling on my phone. The Rock is 51. So there's a 13-year difference, right? That's not that big of a difference. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know you're thinking, hater, yes it is. Not really, right? If you consider, for example, like, let's just look at R-Truth, right? Where do you think R-Truth falls in between The Rock and, what's his face? Cody, right? R-Truth is 52 years young. So R-Truth is actually 1 year older than The Rock, right? But nobody would suggest that Cody Rhodes is closer to The Rock than he is to R-Truth in terms of stature and in terms of credibility, right? Like, nobody would suggest that, right? R-Truth is a perpetual mid-carder, and Cody Rhodes is as well. And here's how I know. By the time that The Rock was 38, The Rock was wrestling John Cena, I believe, right? Let's think about it. We're at WrestleMania 40. Let's see here. New Jersey WrestleMania. I'm Googling this on my phone. Cuckolds. New Jersey WrestleMania. That's WrestleMania 29. That's one that I went at. That was April 2013, right? Which means it was 11 years ago. So The Rock was almost 30, what's it called? 38. He was 39. He was 39 at the pay-per-view. I just looked at he was 39, almost 40, but he was technically 39, right? And Cody Rhodes is going to be almost 39 at this WrestleMania. So think about it. At 39 or 38, around the same age, right? Cody Rhodes is trying to finish his story. You understand what I'm saying? At 38 years old, Cody Rhodes is aspiring to be in his second WWE title match and finally win the title for the very first time. By age 38, The Rock already had a Hall of Fame career and was coming back to fight Cena at the second consecutive WrestleMania main event, right? After coming back and winning the title again. think about the difference, right? When The Rock wrestled Cena, it didn't feel like he was just another wrestler. It felt almost as big as when Hulk Hogan wrestled The Rock, right? Like, those that are honest will understand. The Rock is a little bit lower than Hulk Hogan in terms of credibility, and John Cena is a little bit lower than The Rock in terms of star power, right? So it's not a perfect analogy, but it's as close as you're going to get. In fact, John Cena versus Roman Reigns has already been exhausted, right? We've already used that up. Because John Cena, quite frankly, just is not enough of a star to carry a WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, right? You need The Rock. But in what I just said, we can establish the other part of the equation. If John Cena is not enough of a star, then certainly Cody Rhodes is not enough of a star, right? John Cena is in his mid-40s, 45, 46 if I had to guess. And John Cena, like, hasn't been around for, let's say, 5 years, whatever. Right? It's been a minute, right? It doesn't seem like it, but, you know, he pretty much left, not when Bray Wyatt beat him. He left, like, right before AJ Styles was champion. You know what I mean? Like, basically when AJ Styles, like, debuted and Roman Reigns was starting his push, that's when John Cena left. John Cena hasn't been around since Roman Reigns was champ, right? So with that being said, right, John Cena left in his early 40s, right? And what happened then? He left in his early 40s, and he was replaced, he's finally being replaced now by someone slightly younger than him. Just a little bit younger than him, Cody Rhodes, right? But Cody Rhodes is the same age as Roman Reigns. So imagine what it would take for Cody Rhodes to have a Roman Reigns-esque career, right? So with that being said, now that we just established that Cody Rhodes is inferior to Roman Reigns, to John Cena, and to The Rock, why in the blue hell would anyone want to see Cody Rhodes win, right? Nobody wants this. Everyone is just pretending to want it because it's what Dave Meltzer and friends tell you you're supposed to want, right? Think outside the box. Be a man for once in your life, you pansy. Be a real one for once. Enough of this. They tell you who to cheer for, you cheer like a cuck. Oh, Nakamura is a big deal from Japan. Nakamura sucks. What do you think of them apples? He sucks. This guy's unathletic, he's skinny, fat. Oh, hater. He's like 4-1 in MMA. Yeah, in Japanese promotions, where it's the same thing as WWE, basically. It's complete BS, right? I could go be 50-0 in Japanese promotions, just like Chael Sonnen said. I don't believe for a minute that Nakamura can fight at all, right? You know, there's a few wrestlers that can, right? Even some from Japan, like Minoru Suzuki. That's a real one, right? Nakamura ain't that guy. Fuck out of here, right? Same thing, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. It's a bunch of dorks. It's a bunch of nerds who are entitled. They don't want to work as hard as The Rock, right? The Rock was out there putting asses in seats. And that's what hard work is. Hard work is not going out there doing your job and then pretending you did a better job than the other guy, right? Cody Rhodes, I got news for you, pal. Wrestling is fake. Cody Rhodes is not a better wrestler than Noam Dar. He absolutely is not. Because Noam Dar has never drawn a dime, and Cody Rhodes has never drawn a dime. If you push Noam Dar like you push Cody Rhodes, he'll also be '1 in merch. Right? There's nothing inherently great about Cody Rhodes or CM Punk. Absolutely not. They just get more opportunities, right? The Rock, on the other hand, is The Rock. I don't think anybody has to argue how good The Rock is, right? We all know that if you took like the 100 best promos in wrestling history, about 50 of them would be The Rock, right? It's just a fact of life. You know what I mean? The best catchphrases, the best everything. Cody Rhodes is just this overly emotional bag who just comes out there and complains, right? And think about it. That's what they want you to cheer for, right? I wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to like be some sort of screw job type scenario, right? Where, basically The Rock gets rammed and Cody Rhodes once again comes out on top, right? But the truth is, we find ourselves in a scenario that is still unlikely as of today. Tomorrow might be different. Who knows? Tomorrow they have the press conference. I could see something happening. But the truth is, if it does happen, it's the wrong choice, right? The problem, and this is why I don't think it's going to happen. I do think we're going to get Roman Reigns versus The Rock. It's possible that we don't, but I think we are. And the truth is this. If you use The Rock, and you pull The Rock out, that's disrespectful. Not to The Rock. I don't give a damn about The Rock. But to the fans. To the real fans that finally, for once, want to see a consistent hero get their moment at WrestleMania against a consistent heel. I don't want to see Cody Rhodes the flavor of this month. Because tomorrow, it will be someone else. Tomorrow, when Okada signs, people are going to be like, oh, Okada's the #1 wrestler in the world. Forget about CM Punk and Cody. They're going to demand that Okada just beats Cody Rhodes clean. They're going to demand that Okada beats Nakamura clean. Come on. We've seen this song and dance before, cucks. And with that, go fuck yourselves!